is Mysterious JG, ready for another exciting LP adventure. I'm going to pause it here on the Tadio screen so that I can give you a brief introduction. Not that like you don't know what game this is, because it's in the title of the video, but I got to thinking. I just got done doing an LP of Linus 2. That was the sequel to one of the probably the most watched and successful of my RPG Let's Plays. And the Linus 2 LP was not watched very much at all. So, I got to thinking, well, you know, I like to play the games that I feel like playing, the games I'm going to enjoy, but I also kind of like to get some, interest from the public and some feedback and all that kind of junk. So what can I do to make an even more watched RPG LP? Well, a sequel to a really popular game didn't do it. So why don't I do the sequel to my least watched LP of all time, Lufia and the Fortress of Doom. Well, Lufia and the Fortress of Doom is not technically not my least watched LP of all time. I always used to make jokes about Strider, but somehow Bionic Commando, the sad tale of Nathan Radlad Spencer, for whatever reason, that is like my least popular LP of all time, Mr. Spencer. But Lufia and the Fortress of Doom is right there near the bottom with Bionic Commando as my least watched LP, even though it's actually one of my favorites because I got to do lots of goofy voices and had a fun story and blah 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 blah. And I would have done Lufia 2 Rise of the Sinistrals a long time ago, but as I was doing Lufia, there was an LPer that I subscribed to and who subscribed back to me named El Tyree, who was doing an LP of this game, Lufia 2 Rise of the Sinistrals, a prequel, if you will, to Lufia and the Fortress of Doom. But at this point, I think enough time has passed that I can respectfully take my own crack at it, and we'll see what happens. Maybe this one will do really well. Who knows? I don't really know why Lufia did so horribly. When I started the LP, there were no that I could find finished Lufia LPs. There's a couple of things that I could blame the problems with Lufia and the Fortress of Doom on. One of them was the fact that I had a lot of technical issues, so I had more sync problems in that LP than just about any other. Or at the very least, I had a lot of sync problems that I wasn't able to fix with title cards because of the nature of how I recorded those videos. And I'm not using. I shouldn't have as much problems with this because I'm using a different emulator now. Also, somehow after I was started, but before I finished, H.C. Bailey, I've never watched his LPs, I've listened to part of them, and he just has this really weird delivery that I think people must find hilarious. But he, unless I'm thinking of a different guy, but anyway, he's one of those LPers who has more views per video than I have views on my entire channel. And he started doing an LP of this game like right after I did, and I was like, what the fuck, man? I mean, nobody's watching my LPs. I got this game that I thought was pretty cool but kind of obscure, now you gotta jump in and do it, and blah. Anyway, we're not gonna worry about any of that anymore. I've already wasted enough time. It's time to jump right into this game, Lufia 2 and the Rise of the Sinistrals from Tadio. Ominous Scary Land music. Cursor in the screen. Glowing balls and more scariness. Do I have to press a button here, or is this just going to keep going? It's like a Castlevania game. Oh no, I know who that is. Those are actually, I think, the evil power of the Sinistrals. But there's another Sinistral who's being called in to Sinistral Mountain. This is like the Viper Tower Skeletor lives in or some shit. Master. Erim, I would like to ask you something. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who should rule, we Sinistrals or humans? There is no doubt in my mind that we should rule. That's why I did a little skip there. ... But why do you ask that, sir? Judgment time with the dual blade has come. Stop! Judgment time! Oh! Are you saying the dual blade is resonating? Because if so, I'd like to borrow it for a while. Would you Go to the dance with me on Friday? Yes, sir. Whoop. There he is, the mysterious and terrifying Eric, master of the Sinistrals. Yes, Eric. We will doubtlessly be seeing a lot more of that guy. I'm looking forward to finding out all sorts of background information on the Sinistrals and who they actually are. Because in the last game, we didn't really understand who these terrifying evil super beings that had threatened the world, but we didn't really know what they really were. But now we know that there's like a scary, spooky, sinistral castle somewhere with Eric in it. And, a wreck. Oh, and we remember those islands, don't we, folks? It's Lufia. I know that Zerfall wanted to see this, so I've got one viewer, at least. Bobo's probably going to come along, too. And the spinning islands of the Triforce, and exciting music. It's actually just Lufia. The Rise of the Sinistrals hasn't really shown up anywhere in-game. I hear there are monsters in the North Cave. Yeah. Are you going away again? I know you can read, folks. I just like doing the voices. Well, that's my job. I'm Maxim, and I have a sexy ladies' man voice. Be careful. I'll be alright. I'm too awesome not to be alright. You always say that, but I always worry. I'll get them, but you have to buy them, Tia. You have to buy my love. I will buy your love. I'm a lonely woman. Well, see ya. I'm off to be awesome. Oh, it's Guy. Oh, hey, Guy, you're here. Hilda, what's up? He's an Aryan, of course. Jessie was looking for you. Really? She was upset. Did you do something? Something? Nein, gar nicht. Yeah? Well, it might be like Norwegian or Swedish or something. I forgot our date and went to get monsters. You know, the racially impure. Typical, no wonder Jessie's angry. I wish you were Jessie's girl. I don't know, women don't get it. It's a man thing. I get it alright, you prefer monsters. I mean, I get it alright, you prefer monsters. Lemmy's a crybaby, Lemmy's a crybaby, crybaby. Wah, sniff, sniff. Ace of spades. I don't know how to make Lemmy talk. Hey, you boys, you should be nice to girls. Oh, I have to figure out a voice for Salon that's different from Tia. Oh no, it's Salon. Run! Maybe she could be, I don't know, green hair. Maybe she's like a goth chick. Maybe she's French. Salon, wah, wah, sniff, sniff. Listen carefully, Lemmy. You can suggest voices for these characters. They're wrong, but try to be strong. Try to hang on. For the dream. Why, my father said it's okay for girls to cry. Bow to the king of kings. Sorry. Listen, a woman's tears should... ... A woman's tears should only fall when she wants a man to buy something. I say there's no one who can beat me, baby. Monsters are all over the North Labyrinth. I have an odd voice for a generic character. Squirrel, chill, good man, with my sword. Where are the monsters? The monsters today. In the North Labyrinth, Your Highness. I'm named Joseph, so I must be German too. Excellent. Joseph, follow me. Yes, Your Highness, jawohl. Lots of Germans in this game, folks. Sir Decker. Oh, and another guy who'd have a German voice. He's like Crazy Scientist Man. I don't know how else would a scientist talk, but with a horrible German accent. Maybe he doesn't get any lines here. Maybe I don't have to... I get it, so that's how it works. I understand at last. I'll start working right now. Stella! Looks like Lexus is off inventing again. His inventions never work the way they should. Oh, it's Eric. He's the master of the Sinistrals. Oh, that's A-R-E-K. Yeah, he sank a ship with his last one. He really blew up the bathroom, too, with his... What was that invention, anyway? A machine to move ships without wind. Oh, that's right. Hey, your memory's pretty good. A Newcastle ship without coals, setting sail to the island of souls. Yeah, 'cause it was my ship that went under. Boodle-doodle, boodle, bang. They sank his U-boat. Just boot. Milka, wait. Artia, you need a man up, dog. Milka, where have you been these days? I... The worst thing you can do is lie to yourself. I'm an elf. But Artia, the people in the city... In the city... Milka, say nothing more. Boy, Karen, have a man's voice. Mother! Tell your children not to look my way. Artia is aware of everything. He snoops constantly. Karen, I'm gonna break those toys. Artia, it must be really hard on you too. Sure, I guess so. What are you talking about anyway? Tim and Eric's awesome show. Great job. Us or humans? I mean, us or humans. Float, float, float. Which of us is really transient on Earth? Dual Blade, do you have the real answer? Well, speak up. Dual blade is a freaking stupid idea for a mythical weapon. I'm sorry. Sword with two blades. Ooh. Anyway, folks, that was the intro, which we'll probably get a chance to see again now because I didn't start a new game. We're not going to change his name. He's Maxim. Tia, are you home? It's time for me to be awesome and sexy at you. Hi, Maxim. How was work today? Alright, I got 6 jellies, and I got my jollies. Let's see, that'll be 120 gold pieces, right? Wait a minute, Tia, I said 6 jellies. That comes to 180 gold pieces. Look, monsters are cheap these days. The city's suffering, so I can't pay the top price. Yeah, it's true. More monsters every day. It's spooky, you know. Spooky, 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 spooky. Well, I should appreciate it, though. I'm a monster hunter. I'd lose my job without them. I should appreciate the fact that monster inflation is making my work no longer profitable. Anyway, folks, on that economics lesson from Maxim, we're going to go ahead and end the video. When we come back, I might actually get to play the game. Thanks for watching. See you next time.